Hello, and welcome to another edition of, yes, that's right, Manigan's Movie Music live on Love the Beat Radio with who else but, me, Reese Manigan. I hope you guys have had a good week. It's been a very weird week for me personally, I'm not going to lie. I have not known what days are what days this week. Right, let me just explain quickly. So, Sunday felt like a Friday to me. Monday felt like a Sunday. Tuesday felt like a Monday, and Wednesday, this is no word of a lie, I kept thinking it was Thursday. I don't know why. Honestly, my brain this week is completely fried. So if I sound a bit confused today, a bit off, a bit bizarre, I don't know. Maybe I need to call a doctor or something, but who knows? Anyway, you're listening to Manigan's Movie Music live on Love the Beat Radio on a Friday of all days, and I hope you guys are doing good, and we've got some great stuff coming up today on today's show. I do have a special guest with me today, which I'll be introducing very soon. Plus, at last, I have a movie review today, an actual movie review. I'll be talking about Bring Her Back, which I saw, obviously spoiler free, obviously, but I do need to talk about this movie because, oh boy, I'm not gonna lie, it's an experience. That's all I'm gonna say, and also, there's some exciting updated movie news, some stuff that's come out this week trailer-wise, and updates about some exciting films coming out very soon. So please stay tuned for all that, guys. It's a very big action conversation, very fun show that you've got today. So to kick off, let's have a real feel-good track from none other than the legend himself, John Williams, from the movie Hook. You can't lie that that's a really good track to start off with. A real feel-good John Williams intro track right there. That was from the movie Hook on Love the Beat Radio with me, of course, Reese Manigan, listening to Manigan's Movie Music. I hope you guys have just tuned in, and I hope you guys are doing good, and it's not been a weird week for you compared to me, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, has anyone ever had any of those days where you just get confused what day it is, where you are, if you're still on planet Earth, you don't even know, like... Don't know why that's happened. I mean, maybe it's because I've had 2 weeks off work and I've come back to work and maybe my brain's not in routine gear or something, but then I don't know. It's really weird, isn't it? It's really weird when stuff like that does happen. But anyway, I know it's Friday. I'm on my radio show. I'm still sane, sort of, so don't worry about that. Anyway, so as I said, today it's a very big action-packed, very talkative show today because I do have a very special guest with me today. She is an actress who has come to join me this morning. She's been wanting to come on the show for quite a while, and now she's finally here on the 1st of August. Perfect date to remember. Yeah, by the way, happy August to everybody. Forgot to mention that. And she's here today to talk about some very exciting things. And none other to join me here today is Celine.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. How are you?
I'm very fine. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for wanting to, come on the show, because you've tried to come on the show for quite a long time, I think. Yeah. Not a lot of people do not know this, but me and Celine do actually know each other. Mm-hmm. She's a guest who I actually have known for a while rather than someone who's just popped up from social media, because normally I get last minute guests that come on the show that I don't even know. So you're like the first guest in a few weeks, someone who I actually know who's actually come on the show.
Few years already.
Yeah, I think since...
Before COVID.
Yeah, for 2019 maybe. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 2018-19 must have been. But anyway, you're here now. So again, appreciate your time coming all the way down here to do this, because I know a lot of people don't like to get out of bed at this time of the morning to be on the show. But I'm sure, but because you're London based, a lot of people have travelled much further than you to be on this show. So don't feel like you've travelled 100 miles to be here, when I've had people from Milton Keynes, Manchester, who've come all the way to do this show. So, anyway. So Celine, you said you wanted to come on this show though, because you've got some things you want to talk about. So first off, tell us what your exciting news is that you want to bring up.
So soon, next week, we're going to be on Golden Goose Theatre, and it's called Troop 22. It's a company theatre, and we're going to play Darling, You Were Marvelous. So
okay.
It's a play. It's going to be like an hour and a half. Very funny, a lot of comedy, super enjoyable, and it's plenty of tickets left. So, yes.
And what are the dates for that theatre?
So it will be from the 6th of August until the 9th of August.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, you better grab your tickets. And where can they grab their tickets?
So it's a website. It will be on my Instagram as well. You can go as well on the Golden Goose Theatre. It will be there. And it's going to be so fun. So
amazing. Fun. Okay. And you're looking forward, because did you say this is like one of your first big theatre experiences? Or?
Yes. It's my first real show. Like I always done some little scenes, like or maybe some comedy show, but this one is a proper play. Like we will be 21 actors.
21?
Yes. So it's quite busy rehearsal. And it's quite fun. I love to learn even the name of the actors.
I was going to say, was your name Kevin or Frank? Yeah. It's Frank in real life. It's Kevin on stage.
Exactly.
Oh, sorry, Dave. Yeah. Okay, interesting. All right. Okay. And what is the play about, if you don't mind, if there's anything you can mention?
Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna spoil it.
No.
It's about these few actors that have done their last show on the West End.
Okay.
And then it's the after party of the last show.
Right.
So it's all these, showbiz people having dinner. They don't really know each other, but they have to, look good in front of each other. So it's a lot of unserious conversation, a lot of criticize, but then very fake conversation as well. So it's very funny.
Okay, well that does sound very interesting. So as I said, you are of course an actress, and I met you in 2019. But what was the start of that for you? Then we're going to go right back to the beginning now. So when did you decide that's what you wanted to go for?
Okay, so I was almost on my late 20s. Okay, I was living in Spain. I have a job, I have a car, I have relationship, I have everything. And then I decided my dream was to be an actress. And I've never done anything about it. And to be honest, I look around me, I wasn't happy with my job. I wasn't happy with my relationship. I said, okay, I have to do something about it.
Yeah.
I quit everything. I didn't know a word of English. And I moved to London.
And when did you move to London?
In 2016.
Okay, so not long after we met then.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I had to learn English. So I started like a job in premiering, working on the restaurant.
Yeah.
Host, giving table to people. I have to learn my English.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And then when I was comfortable, I started drama school.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I started to have connection. I started to do my Instagram headshot and working in little short films. And like we do. Networking, connection.
Yeah.
And little by little, you meet people. I met you.
You did?
At the end, we all know each other.
Exactly.
It's a very difficult world to go in.
It
but
is.
When you know the people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But we did eventually work together. Finally, it was a very small role, but you still did a very important part.
But we had fun doing it.
We did. Do you know what? That day was really lovely. Yeah. It was such a lovely day. The sun was shining. Sunny, We sat out and had a nice coffee. I really loved that day. Yeah. That was probably one of my favourite days of that year because it was just such a lovely day out. And what I loved was the scene that we did, that you played, because you played in my very most successful film, Scripting, which got into 6 film festivals and got nominated Best Short Film and Best Director at the Milton Keynes Film Festival, which coincidentally I was brought up in Milton Keynes. So it's kind of weird that festival, from where I got brought up in, nominated me. It was a bit of a weird coincidence. But your character was the woman who was interviewing Eddie. But this was actually based on real events because Eddie's autistic, I'm autistic, and I haven't been able to get a job because apparently as soon as I mentioned the word autism, it's like, oh, we don't want that, and it's ridiculous. So I was like, look, so I remember contacting you going, do you fancy playing a really horrible person who's going to be discriminating my character? And you were like, oh, I like to play bad people. So I was like, okay, there you go. So no, it was great. You did a really good job on that, and we kept the scene in because you see the flashback in the scene. But yeah, so you actually were part of something really, you played a very important part in a very important film. And I never expected the reaction of the film to go where it did. So you actually were in the perfect moment right there.
That's great.
Yeah, nah. But I remember that was a really, really great day. And and because you've come on a very perfect time, because it's my 20th anniversary of filmmaking, it's funny that you did that, and now you're here, and we're talking about it. So yeah, it's just worked out really well.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. So at the moment with your projects, like, what would you say at the moment has been your most challenging and probably your most favourite one you've ever done? Because I've seen some stuff you've done already, but which one stands out for you at the moment?
Okay, I will say the most challenging part was maybe doing drama school. I was not comfortable with my English, and I was always scared. I have to learn new words like I never used before, and how to be comfortable using those words was difficult as well. So I will say the period of drama school was quite difficult for me, challenging, but it was worthy at the end.
Yeah.
And I will say this play I'm gonna play in August is quite the most real, because in drama school or in showcase we always do little scenes, like maybe it's like 5-6 pages of script, and it's 3 different people, so you are on stage like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
This one is 67 pages. Like, I never worked with so many people on stage. How you have to get change, how you have to when this person said this word, you have to go out of stage, and all these things. It's quite challenging as well, but it's so it's this adrenaline on my body that's so good. And I will say this play right now is what gives me such big happiness.
Obviously it does seems like it's made an impact on you. Definitely, I can tell. So that's really great though, and I'm really proud of that you've got that. So that's really amazing. Is there been any experiences in the film like you've done and you think, wow, that is good, but I would never want to do that again?
Well, to be honest, I never had bad experience. Like,
no.
I finish a show or I finish on set and I will say, oh my God, I didn't like that. I have to say, I done a horror movie and it was in Wales. The weather was so bad.
Oh, Wales is terrible. Yeah.
And we have those micro and it was raining and the wind and it was so cold. That was very bad. But even like
Wales is very
I had these memories that it was fun. It was a disaster because everything was going wrong. The micro, we couldn't hear the voice. We had to repeat, and it was like -3 degrees. It was so cold.
So I'm guessing you'll never go back to Wales again.
Weather condition, let's say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been to Wales, and even when I went, it's. I mean, I just look at it, I think it's such a miserable place. Like the weather. I'm sure it's gorgeous when the weather is nice, but when I've been there, it is awful. And now you've said that, it's like it doesn't obviously sound like it, No offense to anybody who lives in Wales, obviously. No offense to anybody, but. Obviously, I've only been there once, but I even said to myself, I'll never go there again. Yeah. It's just, I look at it, I'm just like, oh, it's just not good. No. Just call it wet Wales. You know what I mean? That's what I'd say. Okay. So here's another interesting question that I always like to ask these actors, which I think is great. So here's like the rapid fire. If you could pick any genre of film you wanted to be in, what would it be and why?
I love doing comedy. But at the same point, I enjoy so much horror movies.
High five there.
Yeah. So it's both, but it's like two extremity. I don't know how to say. I love this part of comedy and be silly with yourself and be expressive and be how you cannot be maybe in real life.
Yeah.
And then the horror part, like maybe you get so much blood on your face. I enjoy it. I really enjoy it.
Well, it's funny you should say that because I am actually looking for someone to be in my next horror short. Okay. I've got a horror short right now that needs to be done. So we'll talk off air.
We talk off air.
Definitely, because I'm glad that you just said that because I definitely need to talk to you about my horror short that I'm working on that I need to be filmed as soon as possible. So that's brilliant. Well, then we're definitely going to be talking about horror because we definitely will bring it back very soon. But Celine, as you know, you are on Manigan's Movie Music. So it's great to have you on here, as I say every week to every guest. So, as you know, you are in a very filmed-heavy radio show.
Okay.
So, again, rapid fire. Any particular favourite movies that stick out to your mind?
I will say, because when I was kid and I watched this, Jurassic Park.
Oh wow, yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
I love it. I really love it.
It is an amazing movie. I mean, have you seen the recent one?
Yes, for in 4D.
Did you like it?
I have to say, okay, I'm not gonna spoil anything.
No, because just so you know, I haven't seen it, but I have friends who have seen it, and 3 friends have gone, and each of them have said it's not good.
I've liked the movie. The acting is unbelievable. The sensation of the 4D was amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't like the end.
Okay, fair enough.
I was expecting something else.
Okay, fair enough. But I've heard massive mixed reviews about it.
Yeah.
And the reason I haven't gone is because the last Jurassic World, Dominion, put me off. I hated it. I'm sorry, but Jurassic World Dominion, in my opinion, is the worst Jurassic Park film ever made because there's problems with it. I mean, I could go on about it. Like, there's a cartoon villain in it. The story is terrible. It's messy. And I tell you what it is. It doesn't feel like you're watching a Jurassic Park film. It's like you're watching a spoof of it, or someone has taken those characters and just decided, you know what, we're just going to expand and mess it up and make it, because the thing is, I love the first Jurassic Park and the Lost World Jurassic Park. Those two I grew up with, so they're my babies, really. I love those films to death. Jurassic World, I did like. It was fun. It was different. I love Chris Pratt in it. I thought he was brilliant. And I love the idea of him monitoring raptors. I just thought that was genius. Plus, I love Blue. Plus, they brought back the original T-Rex.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you not love the fact the original T-Rex came back and took on the Indominus Rex? I mean, the battle scene in that, in BFI IMAX, was astonishing. So, come on. Anyway, so my ranking goes Jurassic Park, Lost World Jurassic Park, Jurassic World the first one, guilty pleasure, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I did like it, okay? Yeah, all right, it wasn't great, but compared to Dominion, come on.
Yeah.
Plus, come on, that opening scene when they're on the island and the underwater monster jumps and grabs the helicopter. Come on, that is such an underrated opening sequence. It was gold and it was scary. It was genius. So yeah, that is number 4. Jurassic Park 3, number 5. Jurassic World Dominion, number 6. Jurassic World Rebirth, I will watch when it comes on Now TV. So I'll watch it for free on telly.
Yeah.
And then if it's shit, if it's terrible, sorry, I didn't mean to say it. If it's rubbish, my bad, guys, I do apologise. If it's rubbish, I will just turn it off. I can go, right, it's rubbish, turn it off. Because the thing is with Jurassic World Rebirth as well, I did see the trailer. That didn't bring me in. I think the only bit that I can't wait to see is the T-Rex chase them on the raft. That's the only bit that I'm looking forward to. The rest of it, I don't really care about. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say.
Okay, I have to say the Rebirth. At the beginning, I was like, okay, I'm getting there again with Jurassic Park. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. But then it just changed. Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Why these modern things?
Yeah.
Why you have to change things?
I know. And do you know what's really insulting as well is David Coet returned to write the scripts, and he did the first 2 films, and he's a good scriptwriter.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, he has made a couple of bad. I'm not going to lie. He did that horror film with Kevin Bacon and Amanda Seyfried, something to do with a house. That was awful. I'm not going to lie. That was probably one of his worst films. But he has done more good films than bad. So he wrote Jurassic Park, the second one. He directed Secret Window, which in my opinion is a very, very, very underrated movie. If you haven't seen Secret Window with Johnny Depp, give it a watch. It is very good. He also wrote Panic Room, which is one of my favourite David Fincher movies. So he has done some really good material. But yes, he does also make a few flops now and again. But with Jurassic World Rebirth, you kind of think, oh, come on. You know what happened, didn't you? Steven Spielberg just said, right, there's the paycheck.
Yeah.
So he just typed along and said, dinosaurs, 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 ding, dinosaurs, 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 Scarlett Johansson, done. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just going to watch it when it comes on Now TV. I don't regret not watching it. A lot of my friends warned me about it. They said, look, it's okay, but no, then I'm not going to go. I don't want it's okay. I want, Reese, you have to go and see it. Yeah, that's what I want. Not, it's okay. Okay is not good enough for me. Plus, the only time I would have gone and seen it, this is why you know it's going to be not very good. because the BFI refused to release it. So View released it, Cineworld released it, Everyman released it, Curzon released it, but IMAX, no, we don't want it. So that's a red flag right there, because they released every Jurassic World film in IMAX, and I saw all of them in the IMAX. So why not this one?
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't have faith in it. So there you go. Because if it was released in the IMAX, I would have gone. Absolutely. Because there are many films I've seen in the IMAX. Like, for example, the Lion King remake. It's not a good film, but in the IMAX, it was an experience. So yeah, it's rubbish, but I enjoyed it because it was on the big screen. It's a film you have to go on the big screen. If I'd have gone to a View or I'd gone to a Cineworld, it would have been rubbish. It would have been boring. I would have gone, do you know what? Why on earth did we go? But because it was in the IMAX, I was like, do you know what? It was rubbish, but I actually did enjoy it, because it was on the screen. But if you want to watch it on the television, you kind of, really? I'd rather just watch the animated film because it's the same movie, But that was my problem with it. It was the exact same movie. And plus they butchered one of my most favourite Disney films of all time. So... No, sorry guys, I'm going on a rant here, but I'm just saying, I get sick of these remakes. I mean, I didn't even go and see Lilo and Stitch. I didn't go see Lilo and Stitch. I didn't see How to Train Your Dragon. I didn't see Snow White. God, I did not see Snow White.
Absolutely not.
I didn't see I Know What You Did Last Summer. By the way, if you don't mind spoilers, I'm going to tell you off air who the killer is. Because it's shocking. Shocking. Oh my God, it's shocking. No, it's not. Anyway, but this is what I'm trying to say. These remakes and these rehashes. Do you know the only remake rehash I'm going to go and see is Naked Gun? Do you know why?
What?
Because apparently it's a reboot that we actually need. And Liam Neeson has already had some good reviews on his part. And what I loved is they've taken the homage of the original Naked Gun films and they put it in this one. So that is a remake / reboot that I will go and see because do you know what else? It's bringing back the humour that we're not allowed to bring apparently because it's offensive. So yeah. I can't wait. And do you know what? Liam Neeson has said this article. We're all anyway, so we just need a good giggle. And I agree. And plus, because it's Seth MacFarlane as well, you know what you're going to get from Seth MacFarlane. I mean, there you go. Anyway, guys, I think we've spoken enough now. I think we've ranted enough. I feel a lot better now. I've just sort of released a lot of... Yeah. I've just released a lot of it. But listen, I think my listeners know that this is what I'm like. But the thing is, this is what the film stuff is all about. It's about opinions. So that's what I'm going to say. Anyway, sorry for taking over. What are your opinions on these remakes? Have you seen any of them? Did you think of anything? Just before we go on to the next track.
I have to say I don't really like the remakes. I just think if you want to do a movie, why you don't have a new idea? Something new that attract new people, new opinion.
Exactly.
Because you're always going to compare with the first one and the second one is why I don't like it.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's different. Just come with something new. And
that's why I'm seeing only original material this year. I mean, like I said, bring her back. We will talk about after the next track.
Yeah.
And also Weapons is coming out soon, which is another apparently a very original horror, which apparently is nothing like anything's going to expect. And I'm going into that completely blind. So we'll be talking about that probably later as well if there's any talks about it. But that's for movie news coming up later on the show. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah, original material, fair enough. And if there's a sequel that looks worth going, I will. I mean, last year, there were 2 sequels that stood out that I was very happy with.
Which one?
Beetlejuice and Smile 2.
Oh, okay. Beetlejuice was very good.
Beetlejuice was brilliant. That was worth the watch because it was fun. Yeah. It wasn't trying to pay homage to the original. Yeah. It was its own thing. And again, they made humour you weren't allowed to do.
Exactly.
And I love that. So Tim Burton, well done.
Again.
And Smile 2 because it outbeat the first movie.
Which one, sorry?
Smile 2. If you've seen Smile, you need...
So good.
Yeah, but the second one is much better.
Yeah, it was...
It's a lot better. Now, that's a sequel that really outdone the first one. Yeah. And do you know what? I'll say to people, do you know what? Don't watch the first movie. Watch the second one. Because the first one, in my opinion, wasn't great. It was okay, but I was a bit disappointed with it. But the second one completely blew my mind. Plus... what they'd done with that compared to the first one, it was like you was experiencing the anxiety. Wow. Yeah. Sorry, guys. My microphone seems to be a bit loose this morning. I do apologise if I make a lot. There we go. I don't know
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
No, it's because I think someone's loosened the thing here, so I do apologise if it's fidgy. Anyway, now we've had our opinions out. Let's take a break.
Yes.
Let's play some tracks, have a breather. I need to talk to you about my Halloween short. Coming up next, we're going to review Bring Her Back. You're listening to Manigan's Movie Music live on Love the Beat Radio. That was We Are Here from John Powell from the movie Horton Here's a Who. And you're listening to Manigan's Movie Music with me, Reese Manigan, my special guest today.
Céline Archapuis.
Ooh. Nice. Okay, so we were just ranting, and we've had our breather now over the remakes and everything. Finally glad I got that. I mean, I feel a lot better after that, do you?
It's all this nerve out.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like I've been deflated. It feels amazing. Anyway, so now we're going to talk about something original now. We're going to talk about the movie Bring Her Back. But before I do, just a quick shout out to someone who's just messaged me, to Puyin, aka Marianne. Thank you for listening, Puyin. I hope you're enjoying the show, and thank you for the shout out. Right, okay, Bring Her Back. So, this movie. Oh my goodness. Okay, where do I start? Okay, so don't worry, guys, spoiler free, I promise you. But this movie was an experience. Now, I've been looking forward to Bring Her Back because the directors have talked to me, the brothers. They've come back with something that is much more brutal than Talk to Me. I mean, I love the movie Talk to Me, but this movie, Bring Her Back, this really did literally stick in my brain, and it still has for a long time. It's just absolutely brutal. I think that's the word for it.
Yeah.
Brutal, shocking, dark, twisted.
Gore.
Yeah, and effed up in the most appropriate way. Yeah, sorry. I mean, what can I say? At least I didn't say the whole word. But no, seriously, it's completely effed up. I mean, my God. I mean, there's no way to describe it. I mean, I don't really want to say what the movie's about because obviously, like, I'm trying to make. I think people should go into this blind, like I did.
Yeah.
I don't think plot-wise is any reason why, but I gotta say this. So, what are my thoughts on this? First of all, well, first of all, I did love the movie. Don't get me wrong. As a horror film, it's absolutely blooming brilliant, and it definitely has the same vibes from Talk to Me. Definitely has the same sort of look, tone, and everything, but. I was just shocked by how much they showed.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't hold back on this. Like, it's like what I love now is these filmmakers, what they're doing now. They are now saying enough's enough, Hollywood. We are going to show what we want to show. We're pushing out. Audiences have to take it. They're not stupid. We're in a stronger world now. Let's just do it. And I love that. I love that they just took the risks and they just went, yeah, we're showing this now. We're doing this. And I was really shocked by the amount of stuff they did show in this movie. And there is a lot of things that if I was to say, yeah, they showed this and showed that, you'd be like, what? But obviously we can't explain that. But yeah, I mean, as a horror film, it works. And it, like I said, it compared to Talk to Me, it's really good. Very good horror. What stands out for me, though, apart from all the violence and all this stuff, is Sally Hawkins.
Oh, amazing.
She's just incredible. Yeah. She normally plays really sweet ladies. She was Paddington's mother in Paddington. She was in The Shape of Water, which was just one of her best career acting performances ever. But I think this really is her highest role because she is like Annie Wilkes 10 times on steroids in this movie.
Yeah.
She's so terrifying.
Playing the evil part.
Yeah. She just nails that role and she just blew me away. But that's what my thoughts are. But anyway, you've seen the movie. Tell me what your thoughts.
Unexpected. Those scenes that you have to say, okay, I'm just going to blink because it's going to finish. But it doesn't finish.
No.
You blink, and he's still there.
Yeah.
And he's this amazing acting because you have to say the acting is just unbelievable.
Oh, the acting's incredible.
Because sometimes in horror movies, like, okay, well, she's screaming that everyone can do.
Annoying characters.
Yeah, but it's a background story. It's an emotion as well. And yeah, it's unbelievable. Some scenes are like just Wow, guys, you went so far.
Yeah, it really did. And saying that about, the actors you were saying, funny enough, the kids in this film were brilliant. I mean,
Oh,
especially the
yeah.
blind girl,
Come on.
like she was just
So good.
so lovely. And she's blind in real life.
Yes, I know
And
that.
her performance in it was just amazing. But what I loved as well is the turnaround, because that's the thing. Talk to Me I loved, but hate me or not, I actually didn't like the lead actress in the Talk to Me film. Her character was very unlikable because I just found her really selfish and really, always thinking more about herself. And, I just didn't like her character. I just found her very selfish. But in this film, Bring Her Back, the characters are more, well, Sally, I don't know if you could say Sally Hawkins is likeable, but the kids are likeable. And Sally Hawkins is just downright evil.
Yeah.
But there was, saying that though, Sally Hawkins was still funny in it. There was some moments you could laugh at. I mean, the bit with the stuffed dog. I mean, come on. I mean, that bit was funny.
Yeah,
I mean,
funny.
especially the bit where she puts the party hats on it. I mean, I thought that was fun. And also, I loved, this is just a tiny, it's not really a sport, it's just a tiny moment. I love that there's a cat in it.
Yeah.
And you know what happens to the poor cat. And then later on, the cat's like, right, do you know what, screw this, I'm out of it. And then we never see the cat again. The cat luckily made a lucky escape. I mean, that's the only bit that made me laugh as well. Even my wife. My wife was laughing, and then she's like, at least the cat got out. She said, I'm glad the cat survived. You know what I mean?
The clever one.
Yeah. I mean, saying that, I'm not going to tell you who actually does survive in this movie because it does shock you. There are moments where you're like, oh my God, this is going to happen. So it does leave you unexpectedly who does survive and who doesn't, because honestly, there were moments where I thought that's not going to happen. This is going to go. Afterwards, I was like, oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, so it does leave little moments, And to be honest, I will say the ending. I mean, this is what I'm going to say. Don Bluth said this. The animator Don Bluth, who did American Tail, Land Before Time, and all this. So, his movies were quite dark, right? His animated films. He said this speech, which I love. You can show anything on screen as long as you have a happy ending. So I would say this. The ending is at least a bit satisfying-ish, I guess you could say. Not in a much of, oh my God, you're going to go out feeling happy or sad. It does leave you thinking, how do I feel about that afterwards? Do you know what I mean? So it will get you thinking. But to me, it was satisfying-ishy, but still there were moments where I was like, oh, but I wish so-and-so, and I wish it didn't go this direction. Do you know what I mean? But there is going to be mixed reviews about the ending, definitely.
Yeah.
But I was 60-40. 60% happy-ish, 40%, but I wish it went this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but those movies, when you start horror movie, and
Yeah.
you know it's going to end. Okay, this one is going to die, this one is the bad guy, and this one is going to survive. You know how it's going to end. I don't like that.
Yeah, but with this film,
one
it did,
different.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was different, and it did, yeah. And that's what I mean. I did like what they've done with it, but there was moments where I kind of wish it had a different turn at some bits. But I would also say this. Most people are going to come and expect it to be a different kind of film. I'm not going to say what because I don't want to spoil it. But let me just say this, guys. It's not particularly a horror about supernatural entity, should we say. It's more about trauma. That's what I'm going to say. Because, look, we all suffer with really bad anxiety. We've all had trauma in our lives, PTSD. We all have things that go in our head that isn't real, makes us go a bit crazy, makes us go, oh my God, and gets you all, This movie is basically about that. It's trauma. And the movie does traumatize you as well. So, in a way, you are feeling their trauma in this movie. That's what I think it's trying to do. That's what I would say. It's what it's trying to do. Yeah, you might be a bit confused what else it's trying to be. But in my opinion, that's what it was trying to say in what I got from it. I don't know what you guys are going to get from it. You probably just want a normal boogeyman movie where someone comes out of the closet with a knife and whatever. But it's more about the trauma.
Yeah. I would say as well that it shows like what a mom is able to do.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. It's in a way, it's kind of like what a mother's love would do, but at the same time, it's about not letting go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, trauma.
Yeah,
Trauma.
trauma.
Not let.
Yeah.
See, that's exactly what I'm saying. It all points to trauma. Every character has experienced a trauma in this film, and that's what it's all about. So that's what the movie is trying to show. It's all about the trauma. So there you go. But anyway, my review, loved it. Very dark. And I thought as a horror film it worked. It was original. Not a remake. So I definitely give it 9 out of 10. And it's definitely one of the most brutal films I've seen this year. But it's also one of the best ones, along with Sinners and along with Companion. But saying that, because about reaction films, because I was saying about reactions and people taking risks and everything. The next movie I cannot wait to see, even though I'm seeing Bad Guys 2 tonight, is actually Eddington with Joaquin Phoenix, because obviously that movie is about coronavirus in America and the impact it had on America and what happened and fact about lies and not lies and stuff like this. And that's how already had a reaction in America. People are polarizing it because they don't want to hear the truth. So that I cannot wait to see because of that. So Eddington, I'm so excited to see. Because again, that's another anxiety trauma film about the coronavirus.
Oh, okay. And I didn't heard about it, but it looks good.
It does. And it's from the director of Hereditary, Midsummer, and Beau is Afraid. And I've loved all his films.
Yeah.
Because Beau is Afraid was my favourite movie of 2023.
Midsummer was super good.
Midsummer is amazing. Love Midsummer. That was my second favourite film of 2019.
Another horror movie that you don't expect what is going to happen.
Again, another film that, took it, and that's what I love about Ari Aster. He's original. And this is what he's done. He's taken his anxieties about the coronavirus, and he's basically said, this is what I'm going to make because this is how I felt. And this is what happened in America. He said, great quote here, Twitter made this movie. He said if it wasn't because of Twitter, he would not have written this film.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because, think about it, where's the one place you're going to get negativity and anxiety?
Of course.
Twitter. I deleted my Twitter account because of negativity. I hate Twitter with a passion. Hate it. Instagram, I just promote my films and do whatever. Yeah, you get a few toxic people, but don't worry, there's the block button. I mean, for goodness sake, I've been blocked for liking a few photos. That's how bad the people are nowadays.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because nowadays you can't like anything. It's offensive. Even if you like a picture of their dog, it's offensive. But I don't care because with Instagram, it's just, there's my photos, boom, promoting this because obviously it's my 20th anniversary. So there you go. But Twitter, oh my God, Twitter was it was horrible. And I'm so glad I got rid of it. Because it was ridiculous. All I can say is, guys, if you're going to see Eddington, which I'm definitely going to go, I think we all need to go see that movie and see our own traumas of coronavirus.
When is it?
It comes out 22nd of August.
Okay.
And I'm going to go, I think on the 24th. I haven't booked it yet, but I've planned it with my wife because luckily my wife is an Ari Aster fan. Even though she didn't quite like Beau is Afraid, I did say to her, look, come on, it's original. And she was like, well, I do kind of like flipped up films anyway, so I will go and do it. So because she did say, that's what I liked about Beau is Afraid. It was very flipped up, but she didn't get it. But I said to her, you're not supposed to get it. But it's about a son who has anxiety trying to get to his mother's funeral and goes on an anxiety journey. That's what the film's about.
Yeah, but with this movie, everyone have a different opinion of the ending, and that's so cool.
Yeah.
Because it's your imagination working so hard for this movie.
But the thing is, you could laugh at it. That's what I loved about it. It wasn't a depressing film. People say it was depressing. I thought it was hilarious.
It was quite sad.
I thought it was hilarious. I mean, the only bit that was sad was the part where the theatre scene, and he says if he was a dad and he lost his kids and he found them years later, and he grew old, and there was that scenario. But again, that's what I'm saying. That's anxiety feeling. That's what you think is going to happen. He dreamt of that imagination, didn't he? And then, because it didn't really happen. It was in his head.
Yeah.
But that's what made it so sad, was just that bit. And then the rest of it was completely bonkers. I mean, no spoilers, but that scene in the attic. What the hell was that? I mean, come on. The attic scene, you're not supposed to get it. But that's what I loved about it, because, you're not supposed to get it.
So like, what was that?
I know. It's just madness. Anyway, guys, we've only got 5 minutes till the ad break. I need to give out this announcement. I don't know if they're listening, but I'll give it out anyway.
Okay.
So I've had some great news. My best friend Megan has announced her engagement to Stephen. They've been together 8 years, I think, this year. So congratulations to Megan and Stephen. They honestly deserve all the happiness in the world, and I'm very, very happy for them. So I said I was going to do a shout out, but also play a track for them. Now, I know that, I don't know if Stephen's also a fan of Tim Burton, but I found a Tim Burton nice romantic song to play.
Okay.
So this is for both of them. This is the grand finale from Edward Scissorhands.
Aww.
So hopefully they like this. If this plays up until the ad break, we'll come back after the ads. So guys, this is for you. This is Edward Scissorhands, the grand finale, and we'll be back after the break. That was Fireworks Factory from the movie Kung Fu Panda 2, and you're listening to Manigan's Movie Music live on Love the Beat Radio with me, Reese Manigan, my special guest today,
Céline A. Chapuis.
Okay, so we're now going to jump into the movie news section, where this is where I talk about the updates of some film news, trailers have been released, or what directors are talking about, or what the film studios are talking about, etc. So I'm not going to lie, I've just gone on this movie news website where I always get my updates, and there is, I'm going to count them for you, ready? So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts about Avatar 3.
Wow.
8 sections. Right, I'm going to tell you this now. I'm not going through all of this, right? Because for one thing, it's basically James Cameron giving us too much details about Avatar 3. Apparently this is the villain. This character's going to be in the rest of the movies. This is what this is going to be about. This is who's going to come back. This is who's not dead. Blah, 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 blah. We don't need to know this. He's just basically telling us the films already. So the only thing I'm going to review, which I think people will be more interested in, is the fact that James Cameron has said that he is going to direct Avatar 4 and 5 because he says, I'm healthy enough and I can do it. Now, I'm not going to lie. James Cameron's a bit of a Marmite person to me. He is a good director. He's done some fantastic films. I mean, Aliens, Terminator 1 and 2, and, True Lies and stuff like that. Plus, of course, Titanic and the first Avatar. But the guy is so up his bottom. It's unridiculous. I'm serious. He's such an ego. Such an ego. Because he literally is like, I'm healthy. I'm 71. Yeah, I can do it. Do you know what? I wouldn't let anyone else direct it because they wouldn't take over my vision anyway. I mean, he done this when they did a 3rd or 4th Terminator. I mean, I've lost track how many Terminator films they've done. There was a Terminator film they made, and he was executive producer. And him and the director did not get on because James was technically taking over, saying that's not how the world works, shouldn't do it like that. Honestly, they did not get on. And it's because James was basically just taking over too much. And it was like he was not becoming executive producer, he was becoming like the second director. And this is what the guy's all about. He's all about control, control, control. I mean, the guy is that controlling that when 20th Century Fox gave him notes about to do Avatar, he shredded them and said, look, I made money for Titanic for you lot. I'm doing it my way. Because that's what he said. He literally took their notes and shredded them and said, look, Titanic became the biggest movie in the world because of me. Why would you give me notes? Don't you trust me? Let me do it my way.
And they did.
Well, I guess they had to. And they were right in a sort of way because Avatar then became the highest grossing movie again. And, he was basically like, yeah, I've now got the 2 highest grossing films in the world and all this. And then I think the Avengers beat it. And then after the Avengers did it, they re-released Avatar for anniversaries and Titanic, and they managed to climb their way back up again. And this was James's quote, "It just shows that no other movie can beat me."
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what he's like. He's literally like the biggest ego director in the world. It's no doubt. I mean, I remember as well when he was actually interviewing Steven Spielberg himself, and there was a thing where they, speaking about Jurassic Park, coincidentally, James Cameron wanted to buy the rights to Jurassic Park.
No way.
And Universal went, "Sorry, but Steven's already got it." And James was like, "How? How can he get that from me? Why? Why would he get, And they were like, "Well, because he beat you to it." But apparently he said to Stephen, if I directed that film, it would have been an R-rated, violent, dinosaur, monster-eating movie. He said, but you changed it in a way that adults and kids can watch it and both be scared by it. He said, I would have pulled that off. He goes, I would have just made it more for adults. And like that, like he was just so blunt about it. And it was like, blimey, like, calm down, James. Like, you know what I mean? Like, look, all right, you didn't get to direct Jurassic Park, but you know what? Good thing you didn't, because Steven Spielberg made it the highest grossing movie that time. So I don't know. And also, I don't know why he's complaining, because Titanic then beat it after. So, calm down, James. You know what I mean? But yeah, so anyway, to get back to my point, apparently he says here, quote unquote, I mean, there's no reason not to. I'm healthy. I'm good to go. Of course, there may be many factors of James Cameron's control that could force his hand, given the intensity of making an Avatar movie. He said, I'm not going to rule it out. I mean, I've got to make in a vigorous way to handle the kind of volume and energy of the work to another 6 or 7 years. You know what I mean? I might not be able to do it. I may not be able to do that. So that's what he said. So anyway, James Cameron looks like he's directing 4 and 5. So don't worry, Avatar fans. He's still going to do it. Anyway, right. Okay, so that was the first part of the movie news. I just wanted to go throw that one up because I just thought, wow, he just loves to promote himself, doesn't he? You know what I mean? So A24 apparently have got a Chris Rock debut. Apparently Chris Rock is actually making a movie, and he has got a really good lineup. He's got Rosalind Isaiah, Adam Driver, Daniel Kaluuya, and Anna Kendrick.
So it's going to be the director.
He's directing this movie,
Okay.
apparently, because it's his debut. I'm just trying to find out if the movie, what is it about? It doesn't say much about the synopsis, but apparently they are making a new movie for A24. And that's going to be very interesting, because obviously A24 is my most favourite movie studio of all time at the moment.
Yeah.
So there's no doubt that this movie is going to be another bizarre outcoming of, A24 style movie. I mean, why would it not be? I mean, there you go. Okay, so another interesting part of news, another horror bit of news here. Jordan Peele's produced movie, sports horror, which is called Him. Apparently, they've said it's Friday Night Lights meets Nosferatu.
Okay.
So apparently it says here that cinema is awash with horror movies, and there have been plenty of the sports over the years, but rarely have the two genres mixed until now. Make way for Him, the latest from Jordan Peele's Monkey Paw Productions, stabled by director and co-writers Justin Tippin and American Football Spookfest, in which Tyrek Withers, young player Cameron Cades, gets more than he bargained for under the mentorship of Marlon Wayans, seasoned quarterback. A serious commitment to becoming the GOAT looks set to lead into bloody consequences.
Okay.
So that is going to be a very interesting one. I have seen the trailer for this, and it does look really, really bizarre. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, Marlon Wayans is in the film, and I think he's going to be the villain. So that's going to be really interesting, because he's known for Scary Movie and White Chicks. So it'd be very interesting to see him as a very different, darker character.
Okay.
So that'll be very interesting. Plus a new take on his career, definitely. I mean, I've never seen him play evil, so you never know. But of course, we need to talk about the elephant in the room, because there are elephants in this. Zootopia 2 has finally released their official trailer, which I did watch, and I've got to say, I'm quite impressed so far. But again, this is the only thing I'm going to say. Right. I love Zootopia more than anything. It is a great movie. It's my second favourite Disney film of all time. The only thing that I didn't like, which I keep criticising, is the villain. because the villain's surprise twist was a bit bland. That's all I'm going to say. Look, I understood the reasons, but I wish that villain was not the villain. You know what I mean? It could have been somebody else. So my hopes only for this film is they come up with a better villain. That's all I'm going to say. I want a better villain. I want a villain that's more convincing, that's a bit more terrifying, that's more, oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting that, but it comes out in a good way. So let's hope they improve on that section. That's all I'm going to say.
When is out?
So this movie comes out November 26th.
Okay.
So still a little while yet.
Yeah.
But I am very excited for Zootopia. It is one of my most anticipated films of the year, along with Eddington and Life of Chuck, and of course Bring Her Back. But I've already seen Bring Her Back now, so I'm happy. So this one is definitely one of my most anticipated films, as I've said. So this is what I want. I don't want them to. I want a better villain. But also, there's another thing as well. I know fans, they seem obsessed with this. I don't know why. It's just weird, but no. Anyway, look, Nick and Judy, they work together really well as friends, right? I like it. They've got this really good chemistry, but it works as friends. I don't want Nick and Judy to get together.
No.
This is what I don't want.
No.
Because there's so many fans out there that want these two to get together.
No.
I know. And there's so much fan art and drawings and AI. So, I mean, God, on Instagram, these AIs of Nick and Judy going on dates and all that. It's like, it doesn't...
Weird.
Yeah, look, I don't like it. For a minute, look, it's not because they're a fox and a rabbit. It's nothing to do with that. That's like saying, you know, a French person going out with a Japanese person. It doesn't matter. That's different. But I don't want a fox and a rabbit that have really good chemistry, has frenemies in a way. Because what I love about their banter, even in the trailer, do you remember that bit when they're in the therapy? She's going, happy anniversary. It's like they've got this...
Friendship.
Yeah, it's like they've got this brother-sister relationship. And I like their
It's
banter.
cute to see.
Yeah, it's like that bit as well where he goes to her, what I don't like is the decision you made on your ears. And she punches him.
Yeah.
Like, that's funny because that's what friends would do with each other.
Exactly.
If it was a husband and wife, the wife would slap him to death. You know what I mean? But what I like is the fact that they are friends and they have this chemistry and there's no lovey-dovey. They have this relationship, but I mean, it's like the scene when they fall out. Like, it wasn't like, oh my God, boyfriend and girlfriend split up. And then when they make up, it's not like, oh yeah, let's kiss and cuddle. I mean, it was very friendshipy how he was like, all right, bring it in. And, you know, it was nice. But, yeah, I can't, I don't want it. I don't want it. Please don't let them be a couple. Look, here's what I want in the film. This is going to be my perspective. This might not happen, but this is what I want to happen. So Nick and Judy have this friendship thing going on. It's not working out. It's a bit awkward. But I would like this thing where Judy or Nick meet this love interest, and then one of them gets a bit jealous, but they're jealous because they don't want to lose their friendship, not because, oh, you want to go off with somebody else sort of thing. It has to be a friendship thing. Because, look, I in the past have had situations in college where I thought I had friends and then they meet up with another spouse. Next thing you know, I don't exist and they cut me out. So I can kind of relate to that. I get friend zoned very much a lot. And I just want that in the film to be relatable. Right? I'm ranting again. But what I'm saying is, Nick and Judy work so well as friends, and I like that. I don't want them to be a couple. If there's a scene where they have to pretend to be to investigate this snake or investigate this crime scene, fair enough. That'll be funny because it will be awkward. But yeah, no romantic relationship.
No.
So please let it stick as friends. Let them stay friends. And let them have a better villain. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, what is your expectations on this film? What do you want to happen, or what do you hope will happen?
I want them to build their relationship like as a friend, as you were saying. I expect a lot of laugh. I love to see all these little animals. I love them. The voice match so well. And I'm a high expectation about it.
Yeah, I mean, so I think everybody is because the trailer's already had like 10 million views.
Yeah.
It is a great trailer.
To be honest, like we were saying before, is that number 2, right?
Yeah.
So But even though I'm expecting to be even better than number one.
Well, it does look very adventure-y, very action-y. I love Nick and Judy's different clothes.
Yeah.
I love that they are wearing different clothes. I mean, Nick looks good in pink. You know what I mean? He does. And I love
how he's silly with her all the time, like doing little jokes.
Yeah. I love that. This is what they need. This is what they need because that's what made the chemistry work in the first film.
Yeah.
And to be honest, their chemistry was the best in film that entire year. I mean, I know they're a fox and a rabbit that don't exist, but you can feel it. And I can feel it because I have a lot of female friends, right? I'm not scared to admit that. I do have a lot of female friends. And when I see Nick and Judy have I look and I go, yeah, that's kind of like how I talk to my female friends. And that's like how because it's like, throwing out names here. So I've got two really close female friends. One's called Megan, one's called Yenna. And I treat them exactly the same. I banter with them a lot. And I'll say things like da-da-da-da-da, and we'll just laugh about it. And what I love as well is that we can say things to each other. It's like what Nick says to Judy. Calls her, he says to her, what does he say to her? He calls her carrots. English, you're not supposed to call me carrot. But it's like with me. I'll sometimes joke and say something, but there's no awkwardness. There's no anger. So that's why I like. They say things to each other, and they don't get offended. And I say things to my female friends, and they don't get offended.
That is how friendship works.
Exactly, and we banter because that's the thing. Because nowadays, this is what annoys me. They say you can't banter anymore. It's wrong. It's no longer joking. Look, it's only no longer joking if you're too sensitive and you can't take a joke. But luckily, I have friends who have a brain and they understand what joking is, and that's what I'm saying. So. This is what I'm saying. So when I watch the Nick and Judy thing, it's like, oh, that's like my friendship with my female friends. And I love it. It's so relatable. But I swear down, because I am going to go see this film with my wife, but if I was to take my female friends to go and see this movie and they turn romantic, do you know how awkward that's going to feel? I'm going to feel like, oh my God, what are we, So luckily I'm going to go see this movie first. And I'll call them up and say, yeah, guys, maybe we better not go see this movie. It's and then they'll be like, okay, fair enough, hang up the phone. Or if there is no romantic relationship, then they can go, yeah, guess what? We can go and see it because there's no awkwardness. You know what I mean? It's like Beau is Afraid. Imagine if you took your mum to go and see that film. Because someone put on Facebook, oh yeah, I went to take my mum to see Beau is Afraid. It got awkward. Because at the end with the muff and stuff. So when I read that, I was laughing. I was like, thank God I didn't take any of my parents to see Beau is Afraid because that probably would have been awkward, or any family member because it's about the issues of families and stuff like that. So it was just funny when he was like, yeah, I took my mum to see Beau is Afraid. It got awkward, and I was like, yeah, imagine you take your friends to see Zootopia 2. That got awkward.
Okay, from the first Zootopia, which scene was your favorite?
What, from the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, God, there's so many.
Okay, I have one. It was amazing. Let's see if there is yours as well.
Which one?
Post office.
Oh, is that the one with the sloth?
Oh
no, that's not. That's the DVLA, isn't it? That's so it's not a post office. It's a DVLA where they do for cars.
No, the one, the post office.
Yeah, when the sloths.
Yeah.
It's a DVLA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's basically what they do for cars.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry.
But I know what you mean. Yeah, it's because yeah. So what they do is they go into the thing to start the cars, and then of course you got the. Oh, do you actually want to hear my impression of the sloth? Okay. Hang on. Right. Okay. Right. Hang on. Because he sounds a lot like Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy. So okay. So he goes. Okay. What shall I make him say? Okay. Hey, what do you call a 3-humped camel? Ah.
That was good.
Okay.
That was good.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. I can also do, what's his name? The Weaselton. He's like, it's Weaselton, Duke Weaselton, and I ain't talking rabbit. Because, do you know that voice, Alan Tudyk? He was the voice of Duke Whistleton in Frozen, and he plays Duke Weaselton in Zootopia.
Really?
And he does a lot of voices for Disney. He done the chicken in Moana. So he goes... He played King Candy. Hello, I'm King Candy. In Wreck-It Ralph. That was another impression. Yeah, he's known as like Disney's Mel Blanc, I guess you could say. You know, Mel Blanc who did Looney Tunes. So he's like Disney's sort of Mel Blanc now. But he does a lot of voices. Yeah, so just wanted to throw that in. So my favourite scene in the first Zootopia. Okay, the reason this is my favourite scene is because it's relatable. It's the scene when Nick tells his backstory, where he goes and joins the Scouts and they kick him out because he's a predator. Why is that relatable to me? Well, think about it. I've always felt like an alien in groups. So when groups see me, it's we're not comfortable with him. Get him out, and so yeah.
Okay.
So that's why that scene is relatable to me because it's when he gets kicked out of a group and felt different. And he said as well, there was this one quote I remember he said, and this is like me. This is how I relate to Nick so well. He went, from that day on, I was going to let no one show that they've got to me. But you can see that he's sensitive. You know what I mean? He's hiding his inner feelings. That's like me as well. So when someone now does have a go at me, I just go, do you know what? You haven't got to me. Because now I don't care. Because do you know what? I've been discriminated all my life. And people have said things to me. They've accused me of horrible things. They've twisted their story. What? Just because I like to have a laugh, joke, banter. Maybe I've said something that I didn't mean to say, but they twist it. And they make out like I'm being really rude. So that's the thing. I get in trouble all the time for stuff like that. So now I'm just like, do you know what? It doesn't obviously matter what I say, no matter how polite I am, how I execute my words. So do you know what? I don't care anymore. So now I don't let them get to me because that's what I showed. Because nowadays it just shows no matter how different I am, how much I do try to be part of something, maybe it's never going to work out. But then do you know what? This is what I said. I have a wife. I have really close friends. I've got my family who love me, respect me, who know me as I am, take me as I am. And do you know what? That's all I need. I don't give a monkeys about anybody else. Whoever I work with, whoever I show up with, whoever. If they don't like me, they don't like me. Fair enough. But if I have people who I'm close with who respect me and know me who I am and understand me, then that's all I care about. And I don't care about anybody else. So that's all I need. Okay. I kind of turned the corner around it, didn't I, about this? But anyway, yeah. Anyway, so that's my favourite scene. That's why. Because I relate to him.
Fair enough.
Okay. Wow, that was a very big talk about the Zootopia 2, wasn't it? I think we've covered so much about it. This is going to be a very long podcast, but I don't care. This is what the show's about, So there you go. Anyway, let me just see if there's any more movie news up here. No, we've actually covered it all. Okay, brilliant. So there you go. So Zootopia 2 comes out November 26th, guys. Be sure to check it out. I definitely will. Me and my wife are very looking forward to seeing it. Although saying that, close to Zootopia, we are seeing Bad Guys 2 tonight. So I'll definitely be reviewing that film next week. So who knows what that one will bring. Okay, guys, I think we need a bit of another breather. I think we've spoken enough. So here's another nostalgic little track. Here's The Land Before Time. Absolute epic, beautiful track there by James Horner, which is, of course, The Land Before Time, Sharp Tooth and Earthquake. Oh, love that epic music. Okay, you're listening to Manigan's Movie Music live on Love the Beat Radio with me, Reese Manigan, and my special guest today,
Céline Archapuis.
I got to say, right, this today has been an absolute fantastic show. I've loved the conversations we've had. It's been brilliant that we've managed to talk about so much today. And that's what the show is all about discussion and debate and opinions about this and the other. So yeah, and I'm guessing you've enjoyed being on the show today?
Oh, I loved it.
I can tell. Okay, so how's these? So you were trying to find a question or something? Or...
Yeah, because I wanted to speak about Wednesday.
Yes.
Coming 6th of August, right?
Yes, it is.
So, obviously, it's about Tim Burton. We love him.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, did you like Wednesday?
Oh, God, yeah.
She's so good.
Oh, it's amazing.
Jenna Ortega is so good.
Yeah, I mean, Wednesday season 1 was just... I mean, I actually had no doubts about it because, for one thing, Tim Burton is a genius. I mean, why... I mean, the Addams Family, he was originally meant to direct the live-action film years ago, but he couldn't do it. And funny enough, you do watch the Addams Family, the live-action one, and, you know, the 90s version. And... to be honest, it does still feel like a Tim Burton movie. Yet the director was actually the guy who did Men in Black. So you can't see that it's from the guy who did Men in Black.
Yeah.
And it does feel more like a Tim Burton movie. And apparently, Tim Burton was meant to direct an Addams Family film, but unfortunately, it didn't happen. Luckily, when they approached for Wednesday, they said the first director they immediately thought of was Tim Burton. And Tim Burton was very happy to oblige because, funny enough, he actually had sketches of the Addams Family in a notebook that he had a star with. And they were like, yeah, this is exactly what we want to see on the screen. And it was funny because when they cast Jenna Ortega, loads of people were a bit mixed about it. They were like, how on earth is she going to pull this off? But I actually had no fears because I thought Jenna Ortega can pull this off. Surely she can. And so when I watched the episodes and I saw her do it, I thought she was absolutely amazing. I mean, this is the thing. People will say, yeah, but Christina Ricci did it better. Yeah, all right, fair enough. Christina Ricci did do a good job. But that was back in the 90s. It's no longer the 90s. And plus, Christina Ricci did play a part in the Wednesday. She was one of the teachers. And so she still had the spirit of being in there.
Yeah.
And Jenna Ortega just made it her own. So this is what I mean, because people nowadays are like, oh, yeah, but she's not Christina Ricci. Yeah, of course she isn't, but Christina Ricci's all grown up now, so it doesn't matter. So now it's good that, you know, they've got Jenna Ortega and she can do her own style of it. But what I love most of all about it is the fact that Wednesday Addams, this is no word of a lie when I watch this and I see this, because I know Tim Burton is as well, but he hasn't admitted it, but I know he is. There is definitely autism vibes in Wednesday. There is, because she is so many autistic traits.
Okay.
It's unbelievable. Honestly, like, if you think about it, she's antisocial.
Yeah.
She feels weird among the whole group. Even when she goes to the school she's meant to be in, she still feels different. She has different points of views. She's very intelligent. And, you know, she comes across as, like, you know, not being like, you know, oh, very out there. She just comes straight towards you and just says how, like, no filter. You know, that's like me as well, no filter. So basically, Wednesday definitely has autism traits. And that's what I loved about it. And do you know how many autism memes they have made since Wednesday's been out? There are tons of it. They say that her friend has ADHD and Wednesday is autism. So they'll do this ADHD autism comparison.
Okay.
And do you know what? I can see it. And do you know what? Bravo for doing it. And that's what I'm saying. Because with me, this is what annoys me. I've tried to do films about autism awareness a lot. And I've had many actors say, you know, but then they go, yeah, but I can't play autistic, so I'm not autistic. Yeah, look at Jenna Ortega. She's not autistic, and she's definitely playing an autistic trait character. So that's known as, what's that word? Oh, yeah, acting. In case you don't know what it is, read it in the dictionary. If you haven't got a dictionary, get a thesaurus, which is not a dinosaur, by the way. Anyway, no, but I'm just saying, she's definitely got autism traits. So there you go.
Well, did you know that Tim Burton has dyslexia and ADHD?
There you go. There you go. So I knew he had something.
Yeah.
But saying that, though, I definitely related to him when he was a kid. Because he felt different, he dressed different. In fact, he said in Beetlejuice, the daughter, Winona Ryder, was him in his life as a kid.
It's like a representation of him.
Yes, and Edward Scissorhands is also his avatar because he felt like Edward. Because if you think about it, most of his films are about being different and lonely. And he also said Dumbo was that as well. Because he said he'd never work. He would never work for Disney again. Because of Dumbo, because he said he was Dumbo and the circus was Disney. And he said he'd never work with them again. I mean, he said he's been fired, he's been rehired, he's been fired again, rehired again by Disney. He says I'm sick of them.
Yeah, because when he was young, before he was known his name and everything.
Yeah.
He wanted to work for Disney.
Yeah, because he was an
his
animator.
first-
Yeah, he was an animator. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to the exhibition.
Oh, I went as well.
There you go.
So nice.
Well,
So good.
yeah,
It was very good.
It was good, but it wasn't as good as Kubrick's. Kubrick's exhibition was much better.
Better?
Oh, yeah, because, right, here's what I'm going to say. The Tim Burton exhibition was good. The only problem I had with it was there was too much Nightmare Before Christmas and other bits. Everything else was sort of shoved in a corner. You know, you didn't see much of Batman or Wednesday or Beetlejuice or anything. It was like Nightmare Before Christmas, Nightmare Before, and it was and I was like, where's all the other stuff? And it was just shoved in a corner. So I wasn't happy with that. But Kubrick's one, they did it all in these massive sections. So you had a massive section of Barry Lyndon, then you had a massive section of The Shining, and then a massive section of Full Metal Jacket, and then Eyes Wide Shut, Clockwork Orange, and so forth. There was so much in it. But Tim Burton's one, I'm a bit disappointed because it wasn't as massive as it should have been. It could have been a bit bigger, and it could have had a bit more in it, I would say. But Kubrick's exhibition was magical. Tim Burton's was likeable.
Okay, how many do you think Tim Burton win as a Golden Globe Awards?
How many Golden Globes has he won?
Yeah. You're going to be surprised.
Right, okay. This is an estimated guess. I'm going to guess 10.
None.
0.
Zero. He got nominated so many times, but zero.
I swear he won one of
How
them.
is that possible?
Wow. Wow.
Come on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the same for BAFTA.
Wow. People just don't know good directors when they see them.
No, exactly.
I mean, Kubrick only won one Oscar in his lifetime, which was for 2001: A Space Odyssey. That was it. Never won another award. Nothing for Barry Lyndon, The Shining, nothing. Although he got nominated for a flipping Razzie, which was ridiculous because The Shining was like, it's one of my favourite films of all time. Anyway, but my hopes for Wednesday season 2
Okay.
comes out August 6th. Now, I'm not going to lie, I haven't watched the first season since it was out back in 2022, but I remember how it ended because it was a certain character's reveal. I'm not going to say who, in case I haven't seen it. I'm trying very careful not to spoil anything here, guys.
No spoilers.
And basically, what I'm going to say is that Wednesday season 2, I'm very excited because it does have more actors. It's going to be more of a horror.
Really?
Yeah, they're going to go for the horror vibes in it. Apparently, Carrie was a big inspiration for the next season. So I'm really excited to see where this horror side is going to go. Apparently, it's going to be much darker.
Interesting.
So I'm really looking forward to it.
Have you tried her game on Instagram? So basically, it's Jenna Ortega looking at the camera and you don't have to blink.
I have seen that, yes.
I tried it and I did it.
And how long? Oh, yeah, I've seen it. How long's the video again?
Oh, I don't know. To be honest,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It must be about a minute long.
But it was hurting, eh?
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, yeah. I was just saying, against Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah,
hard.
yeah. I mean,
So the first season, they counted how many times she blinked on camera. It was just twice.
that's incredible.
That's so good.
Do you know what though? Of course, we cannot mention though that one particular scene, the dance.
Oh.
The dance was just absolutely one of the best moments in the. I mean the views on YouTube. It's had like 71 million views. It's ridiculous, and the amount of parodies.
Exactly.
But apparently Jenna came up with that on the spot. She apparently came up with it, and then they filmed it, and then Jenna went. I think Jenna said, I hate it. I don't like it. But Tim said, no, we are keeping this. No, he said, we're keeping it. He said, well, I love it. He said, we can use this. And Jenna was so embarrassed that since then, she still looks at it and goes, oh, why? But people go up to her and still say, your dance on Wednesday, impeccable. Yeah. So she gets compliments, but she doesn't like it. Yeah. It's so funny. But sometimes apparently people will go up to her on the street and do that. Yeah. And then she'll look and go, oh, for goodness sake, no. You know. But then again, another funny celebrity moment is Mila Kunis, who does Family Guy, because she voices Meg. And you know, in Family Guy, Peter goes, shut up, Meg. So apparently she was in a McDonald's or something with her kids, and someone come up to her and said, "Sorry, are you Meg from Family Guy?" She went, "Yeah." So we went, "Shut up, Meg." It was brilliant. And she goes, every time people come up to her, they go, "Oh, I mean, the kids, yeah, shut up, Meg." Yeah, that it's never, "Oh, I loved you in Friends with Benefits. I loved you in the Mums, Bad Mums." No, it's "Shut up, Meg." She says she gets, but she doesn't. Like, Mina Kunis is great. She's unlike Jenna Ortega. She's so open. She doesn't. She never gets offended. Honestly, she says you can call her any name under the sun. She just brushes it off, and that's what makes her amazing. So she doesn't care, even though she gets it every day. She does not care about people going to her going, "Shut up, Meg," because she's like, well, at least people know who I am. You know what I mean? I love it. But yeah, but that story. She was on the Graham Norton show, and she said that, and they said, "What's the most thing you're ever known for?" And she said, "Oh my God," she went, "Family Guy." She went, every time people come and say, "Hey, you know me?" "Yeah, shut up, Meg." It just made me laugh. It's brilliant. But apparently as well, very quickly, because we haven't got very long left, I just want to tell this other story. Rowan Atkinson, who plays Mr. B, he apparently got recognised but wasn't recognised.
Oh, I saw that.
So because apparently someone come up to him and said, "Sorry, sir, I don't want to offend you, but you look an awful lot like that Mr. Bean guy." So Rowan was laughing and went, "Well, sorry to surprise you, but I am that Mr. Bean guy." So the bloke went, "Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, you wish. Yeah." And he was looking like, "Oh, well, at least I got away with it then." But yeah, apparently someone come up to him. But also another funny moment, a really funny moment, is with Liam Neeson. Apparently he gets mistaken for Ray Fiennes so many times. So he was on holiday with Paris with his previous wife who died, and this old lady come up to him, sweet old lady. She went, "Sorry," she went, "can you sign my book?" He went, "Yeah, of course I will." She went, "I loved you in The English Patient." And he went, "Oh, she thinks I'm Ray Fiennes." So instead of saying anything, he signed her autograph from Ray Fiennes and gave her the book. Yeah, because he didn't want to break her heart.
Yeah.
But someone said, "Yeah, but I bet when she looks at it, she'll go, 'Oh my goodness, it's Liam Neeson.'" Yeah. She goes, "She might even sell that book now for an auction." Yeah. It's not Ray Fiennes, it's Liam Neeson. But I love stories like that. Like, it just makes you laugh, like how many celebrity things happen. Like, I mean, my experience with bumping into a celebrity was when what's the one? I think, well, nowadays I see Chris Moyles in Leicester Square, who does the radio shows. And I've bumped into him a couple of times. Now it's getting to, I think he knows me, because sometimes I walk past Leicester Square, he'll come out his radio, and now I go, "All right, Chris," he'll go, "All right, mate." And that's it. I must have done that now about 10 times, but it's just coincidence. I'm just walking down that bit, and he's always there, just walking past me, and I just go, "You all right, Chris?" "All right, mate." So,
maybe he lives around.
What?
Maybe he lives around there.
No, he works there. At the radio station, yeah. Because it's just always coincidentally, I'm always there when he comes out. So sometimes I'll see him, I go, "All right, Chris," he'll just look at me and go, "Yeah, you all right, mate?" So I think he knows me now. So anyway, we've only got literally almost a minute to go. So, Celine, how's it been to be on the show today?
I can't believe it's already 2 hours. I can't believe it was so quick.
I did say that. And thank you for staying for the full 2 hours.
Thank you, Reese. Thank you so much. Again, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, honestly, it's been great to see you again. Great to catch up. I've loved having you on the show. You've been a great guest. Please come back.
Yes.
If I ever get another slot available, I'll definitely let you know.
Thank you.
But yeah, please come back, and hopefully we'll have more to talk about. But I'll be seeing you later this month for that horror film.
Horror films. So good.
Amazing. And as for you lovely people out there, I don't know.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you to everyone who's tuned in. Thank you to everyone who's enjoyed the chats, the laughs, the over the top conversations, the ranting. I mean, honestly, this is what I love about doing radio. The fact that you can actually get away with ranting. It just feels so nice and therapeutic. And do you know what? I think I'm going to go. I'm very happy tonight now, because I feel like I needed it after the week I've had. It's really been weird. Anyway, guys, thank you so much who's tuned in. Please tune in next week. And as for I always say at the end of the show, that is a wrap.